so far, we lost the signs, chasing moonlight through the pines, past the towns, past the wired lines, to where the stars forget the time. You said some things don't last forever, but they burn so bright you don't forget them ever. And just like that, you turn to me as the northern lights dance wild and free. Up where the sky turns green, where silence hums like a dream, we stood in the glow of something rare, love in the cold Arctic air. You were too wild to hold, too real to believe. Up in the dark, where the sky turns green, the wind sang low, your breath ran high, your eyes shone brighter than the painted sky. I tried to speak, but the stars knew best. Some love ain't meant to rest. Up where the sky turns green, where silence hums like a dream, we stood in the glow of something rare, love in the cold Arctic air. You were too wild to hold, too real to believe. Up in the dark, where the sky turns green. And now when winter winds return, I close my eyes and let it burn. Up where the sky turns green, you're still there, soft, unseen, a ghost in the glow, a breath in the night, a flicker of love in fading light. You're the story I still believe, way up high, where the sky turns green. There's a place past the fence where the tall grass sways, where the coyotes sing at the end of the day. No street light shines, no sirens moan, just the sky and the stars and the wind alone. You found me there with a restless soul, boots full of dust and a heart full of hope. You said you don't have to chase or plead, just love me where the prairie breathes. Where the prairie breathes and the white sky rolls. Love don't whisper, it howls through your bones. We're wild as a weed and strong as the sun. Don't need a fence, don't need to run, don't need to run. Just stay with me in this field of dreams, where love grows free, where the prairie breathes. We made a bed where the sagebrush bends, counting clouds like they're long lost friends. You said the wind may change, but not our flame. It's born of dust, but it won't unbroken wings. No chains, no map, no lines to read. Just love, just sky, and the prairies creak.
I packed up pain in a coffee can, buried it deep by the river bend. Left a note on the old pine tree: don't wait on me, I'm finally free. Wind in my hair, boots on the ground. I ain't lost, just not yet found. But there's a calm in the unknown, a kind of quiet I can call home. 'Cause every crack in a heart can shine when the sun breaks through at the right time. And every wrong road, every dead-end sign leads me closer to feeling fine. I don't need the place I've been, I'm headed where the light gets in. Used to chase love like a rundown train, always hoping it'd feel the same. But now I see the beauty grows in places where the wild wind blows. No more chains, no bitter ends, just open skies and making amends with who I was and who I'll be. I'm not lost, just finally me. 'Cause every crack in a heart can shine when the sun breaks through at the right time. And every wrong road, every dead-end sign leads me closer to feeling fine. I don't need the place I've been, I'm headed where the light gets in. Let the night fall, let it all begin. Sometimes healing starts with the wind. Yeah, every scar's just a line of truth, leading me back to something new. A little warm, but I still grin. I'm headed where the light gets in. Morning breaks on rusted bones, sunlight sifts through cracked back stones. A whisper rides the seat of spine, tracing lines I can't define. Dust collects on yesterday's breath, memories folded like a wreath of death. But here beneath the silent flame, nothing burns but what's untamed. I'm riding on the bones of the morning, where the wild winds hold no warning. Lost in the hush before the dawn, in the quiet place where time's withdrawn. Echoes fall like paper snow,
fading soft where rivers flow. The past dissolves in fragile frames. I'm alive in the bones of the morning's name. Riding on the bones of the morning, in a world forever turning, where silence sings and shadows play. I find myself in the break of day. I'm riding on the bones of the morning, in a world forever turning, where silence sings and shadows play. I find myself in the break of day. Riding on the bones of the morning, where the wild winds hold no warning, lost in the hush before the dawn, in the quiet place where time's withdrawn. Echoes fall like paper snow, fading soft where rivers flow. The past dissolves in fragile frames. I'm alive in the bones of the morning's name. Riding on like paper snow, fading soft where rivers flow. The past dissolves in fragile frames. I'm alive in the bones of the morning's name.
You came with the storm in your cedar eyes, dripping with silence and fireflies. The earth held its breath when you touched my face, like roots remembering an ancient place. We danced where the lightning split the plains, barefoot bleeding, baptized in rain. No need for words, the sky was enough, a language of wind untamed and rough. And we bloom where the thunder sleeps, where the soil keeps secrets the mountain weeps. No tether, no trail, just a pull that's true, like rivers that always run back to you. Your laugh cracked the dusk like a falling star. I chased it past ridges near and far. You said love is wild, not safe nor kind. It's a storm that leaves soft moss behind. Let the towns forget, let the maps erase. I'll still find you in the pine world's grace. We were never meant for the world's clean line, just the crooked beat tangled pines. And we bloom where the thunder sleeps, in the hush where the sky and the forest meet. You're not a dream, you're the ache that's true, a wildflower fire I keep too. Let the towns forget, let the maps erase. I'll still find you in the pine woods grace. We were never meant for the world's clean lines, just the crooked beauty of tangled pines. There's blood on the back roads where the wild winds cry, underneath a sky that bleeds its own goodbye. The tire spins stories in the dirt and rust, tracing the ghosts of a broken trust. Your voice rides the night like a hollow flame, calling my name through the midnight rain. I chase the echo, but it slips through my hands like dust on the wheel of a worn-out van. Blood on the back roads and tears in the rain, a heart on the run trying to break the chain. I'm lost in the silence where the darkness grows, but I keep driving where no one goes. The stars don't shine for the ones who roam, but I carry your memory like a haunted home. In the rear view mirror, the past's a ghost, and the blood on the back roads means the most. So I'll ride through the night, through the pain and the scars, following moonlight and broken guitars. Blood on the back roads, but I'm still alive, holding on to the fire that keeps me alive. So I'll ride through the night, through the pain and the scars, following moonlight, broken guitars. Blood on the back roads, but I'm still alive, holding on to the fire that keeps me alive. Underneath the wisteria moon, where the sky hums a forgotten tune, I saw your shadow in the mist, but your touch, my love, I still can't kiss. The winds are heavy with ancient lore, telling stories of a time before. Your eyes, they burn with fire untold, yet your heart, my love, remains too cold. Beneath the wisteria moon we wait, in a world where time can't seal our fate. We are whispers on the edge of dreams, dancing in silence where the starlight gleams. I trace the path where your footsteps fall, but the earth, it keeps them in its thrall. Like petals drifting in a hollow breeze, we disappear, no more to be seen. Beneath the wisteria moon we wait, in a world where time can't seal our fate. We are whispers on the edge of dreams, dancing in silence where the starlight gleams. Ooh, the river remembers the things we've said, but the moon keeps secrets where they're laid. We wander between what's real and gone, like echoes of the night before the dawn. Beneath the wisteria moon we wait, bound by love, but never by fate. No promises, no touch, no sign, just your heart and mine in the whispering line. The river remembers the things we've said, but the moon keeps secrets where they're laid. We wander between what's real and gone, like echoes of the night before the dawn. Beneath the wisteria moon we wait, bound by love, but never by fate. No promises, no touch, no sign, just your heart and mine in the whispering line. The rain on a midsummer hush, where the sycamore leaned in a riverbed blush. No words at first, just the hush of leaves, and the world held its breath till you looked at me. Barefoot paths through the golden green, where the wind wore wildflowers like a wedding ring. Your hand in mine was a prayer unspoken, a vow in the moss where the dust lay broken. We love where the silence grows, where the fire flies right when no one knows. Not in stone, not in rhyme, but in petal storms and cedar time. You're the sky in my every side, still waiting beneath the sycamore sky. Seasons turned, but you stayed in bloom, like the scent of pine in a shadow room. You were thunder's hush before it spoke, breath I held when the morning broke. Even now as the hills
a quiet dance, just me and you. The mountain air carries secrets untold. As night unfolds its velvet fold, beneath the starlit veil where the world feels still, time bends its knees to the moon on the hill. No need for words, no need for sound, just the silence where our souls are found. The creek runs softly, its melody clear, like a song we've known since the first year. A lantern sways in the cool, calm breeze as shadows weave through the ancient trees. Beneath the starlit veil where the world feels still, time bends its knees to the moon on the hill. No need for words, no need for sound, just the silence where our souls are found. The winds hum a tune only dreamers can hear, a lullaby whispered for those who are near. And the stars, like old friends, bow down in grace as we lose ourselves in this sacred place. So let the night hold us close, heart to heart, with no more distance, no more apart. Beneath the starlit veil where the world stands still, we're timeless love in the quiet of the hill. The hourglass turns on its own. Grains of time fall back to stone. Shadows walk where they once fled, tracing steps that lie ahead. In a room where clocks unwind, memories bloom undefined. Whispers hum in backward streams, folding into secret dreams. Backward shadows, gentle and slow, guide me where the soft winds blow. No need to rush, no need to chase. In reverse, time finds its place. I watch the past come into view, colors bright and somehow new. Every moment lives again in backward shadows, quiet rain. So let me stay where time's undone, in backward shadows, all is one. shadows, all is one. Underneath the juniper's ancient arms, we burn like secrets, fierce and warm. Ashes drifted on the restless breeze, carrying whispers through the cedar trees. Your shadow flickered where the fire died, a fading pulse I could not hide. We traced our story in the falling ash, a fleeting moment, a lightning flash. Ashes on the juniper, silent and sweet, where the past and present quietly meet. No promises left, no words to bind, just the smoke of a love we left behind. The desert night holds your fading light, stars like embers burning bright. I walk alone where the wild things lie, with ashes falling from a smoky sky. The wind will carry what we've lost, through valleys deep and mountains crossed. Our flame, the juniper still knows your name. Final ashes on the juniper, silent and sweet, where the past and present quietly meet. No promises left, no words to bind, just the smoke of love we left behind. Underneath the moon's tired glow, we walk the line where the cold winds blow. Your touch is a flame, but the fire's gone, like whispers fading when the night moves on. The trees are old, but they hold no grudge. They bend and sway without a judge. I held you close, but you slipped away, like smoke that vanishes with the break of day. We're ashes in the breeze, falling soft between the leaves. No need for tears, no need for lies, just the dust where love once flies. Trace your name in the river's flow, but it vanishes where the wild winds blow. You're a memory that time won't keep, a shadow that dances
faces when the world falls asleep. We're ashes in the breeze, falling soft between the leaves. No need for tears, no need for lies, just the dust where love once flies. Maybe love's not meant to last. Maybe we're just echoes of the past. But in the quiet, we are free, like the last breath of a song lost at sea. We're ashes in the breeze, falling soft between the leaves. No future, no past, just a fleeting grace, carried away with the wind's embrace. I buried my name in a jar of clay, under the elm where you walked away. Left my coat on the scarecrow's spine and watched it dance like it still was mine. There's a note in the drawer with your final lie, faded ink like a tear too dry. You said love was a bird that don't nest long. Guess I stayed for the ache, not the song. Now I drink from the dust where your shadow fell, whiskey and ghosts in a carousel. Your ring's on the horn of a moonlit steer, and I ride through the past just to keep you near. This life ain't clean, it just wears you thin, like ashes in a bell jar sealed within. I heard you're in Texas with a new last name, trading scars for pearls and playing tame. But the wind down here still calls you true. Even the crows ask, where the hell are you? I built a chapel out of rusted steel, lit candles made of every hurt I feel. And if God comes round, he'll find me bare, preaching to ghosts in the midnight air. Don't chase your light, I just breathe your flame, like a brand on my soul I can't rename. This ain't a love song, it's a prayer gone thin, spoken soft from the ashes in the bell jar tin. Now I drink from the dust where your shadow fell, whiskey and ghosts in a carousel. Your ring's on the horn of a moonlit steer, and I ride through the past just to keep you near. This life ain't clean, it just wears you thin, like ashes in a bell jar sealed within. Heard you're in chapel out of rusted steel, lit candles made of every hurt I feel. And if God comes around, he'll find me bare, preaching to ghosts in the midnight air. Oh, I don't chase your light, I just breathe your flame, like a brand on my soul I can't rename. This ain't a love song, it's
It's a prayer gone thin, spoken soft from the ashes in the bell jar tin.
There's antlers in the attic and feathers in the floor, a shotgun shell of silence where your boots once wore. The porch lights blinking Morse code sighs and the corn won't grow where the scarecrow lies. Your letters came folded like a paper windmill, tucked between Bible pages you said never to feel. Now the crows sit preaching on the rusted gate, singing psalms to the dogs that forgot how to wait. Oh, antlers in the attic, bones that bloom, hanging with the memories like dust in a room. Your name still stitched in the thunder's hum, but you ain't coming back, and the fiddle's gone numb. A jar of buttons, a braid of hair, a pine wood box labeled nowhere there. And I pour black coffee for the wind each dawn, watching shadows pace where the cattle's gone on. Antlers in the attic, roots in the air, love never left, it just don't live there. So I sleep with the wolves and dream in straw, chewing on the silence like a toothless law. Antlers in the attic, roots in the air, love never left, it just don't live there. So I sleep with the wolves and dream in straw, chewing on the silence like a toothless law. Antlers in the attic, roots in the air, love never left, it just don't live there. So I sleep with the wolves and dream in straw, chewing on the silence like a toothless law. Amber dust falls through the maple trees, smoke curls soft in the western breeze. A copper sky leans on the chapel bell, whispering stories no one tells. Porch board sigh beneath my worn out boots, the river hums in quiet loops. Children's laughter, faint and far, glides like moonlight on a jar. Here in the hush where the wildflowers grow, the daylight folds in a golden glow. No need for more than the world I see, just this town, this breeze and me, a lullaby the hills can only comes and goes. Lanterns flicker on old oak eaves. Dusk hangs low like whispered leaves. The scent of pine and fresh baked bread wraps round my heart like words unsaid. And I witness to the day's last hymn, find peace where edges blur and dim. No fortune finer, no sweeter wine than homegrown light at dinner time. Here in the hush where the wildflowers grow, the daylight folds in a golden glow. Crickets strike up their sacred tune under a silver slice of moon. And all I'll ever need to know is written in this amber glow. Let the cities chase the fire and steel. I'll stay where the silence feels real. There's a shadow in the well where the light won't fall, and a tree that bleeds sap through the winter's call. Your boots are buried where the sun can't shine, and I still taste the dust where your lips were mine. The porch steps crack like they're keeping score of all the things we said but never swore. A rusted knife lies under the old oak ring, and I can't remember if you took my ring. Wolves don't cry in the rain, they just howl like the thunder that swallows a midnight vow. I chased your ghost through the cottonwood bend, but the wind was too bitter to call you friend. There's a rustling in the barn where the past still hides, like a broken record spinning in the tide. I felt you slip through my fingers like smoke, but your shadow still dances when the candle broke. I drank the whiskey, but it tasted like you, like the rivers we crossed when the sky was blue. But you're not a memory I can shake off. You're a scar I wear like an old worn-off cloth. Wolves don't cry in the rain, they just bleed, while the earth spins slow and the dead can't plead. I'll wait by the creek with your name in my chest and love you still, but never confess. Wolves don't cry in the rain, they just bleed, while the earth spins slow and the dead can't plead. I'll wait by the creek with your name in my chest and love you still, but never confess. Once she stood with her hand on my pain, steam from her breath whispering rain. He'd ride up slow through the copper dust, with eyes like promises dressed in rust. They danced in rooms I couldn't touch, but I held their echoes, soft and much. Then one left and one looked through, but I was glass. What could I do? Now I face the fields alone, watching time in broken tone. The curtains fray like years undone. I'm just a window facing no one. Birds don't land like they used to try, and even the storm don't ask me why. Once I framed a life so wide, now I frame the wind that won't decide. She came back once, boots full of grief, touched my seal like turning a leaf. But she saw her face and turned away. Some mirrors ain't meant to stay. So let the house fall, let wood turn gray, let dust be hymns for yesterday. If love looks in, it's already gone. I'm just a window facing no one. She grew where no one thought she could, out past the fence, past the edge of the wood. No garden rose, no hands to tend, just the sun, the sky, and the whispering wind. I came rolling in like a restless breeze. No roots, no name, just a need to be free. But she never asked me to stay or go. She just smiled like the hills in the afterglow. She's the wildflower, I'm the wind. We don't break, we just bend. No promises, no picket lines, just two hearts meeting at the county pines. I can't hold her, she won't hold me in, but love still dances like a wildflower and the wind. Spring comes back with her silent grace, painting the meadow with her sweet face. And I come to, just passing by,
settle down, but some loves were born to roam this ground. Find the wildflower on the wind. Again and again we begin. No roots to tie, no strings to spin. Just trust in the moment we're both in. And when I'm gone, she'll bloom again. Still waiting for that wild old wind. The dress still hangs where I left it that day, covered in lace and the scent of bouquet. They say move on, but I never could. The altar stayed empty, though the church was wood. You carved our names on that old maple tree, said forever starts next week with you and me. But fate came storming like a hard July rain, and left me with vows and a last name in vain. So I wear my white dress once a year, stand in the mirror and fight back the tears, dance alone in our quiet backyard to a ghost with a ring and a silent guitar. I toast to the love that never got near, in my white dress once a year. Your boots are still lined up under the bed, and your side stays cold where you used to rest your head. Mama says maybe I'll love again someday, but I already promised my heart away. Every stitch knows the words I don't say, every ribbon tied to a yesterday. I walk down a path that nobody sees, still hearing your voice in the whispering breeze. Final, yes, I wear my white dress once a year, like a widow to dreams that disappear. I light one candle, then turn down the light, and waltz with your memory into the night. It ain't madness, it's just how I keep you near, in my white dress once a year. They buried your suit, but not our song, so I'll keep wearing white though you're gone.
where the sun don't touch the ground, where the moss grows thick and the shadows drown. The world's forgotten this secret place, but you and me, we found its grace. The water whispered soft to me, like a song I hadn't heard in centuries. You held my hand through the fern and stone and said, "This is love, where we're not alone." And by the falls, where the river hides, we stood where the earth and the silence collide. No words, no maps, just the pulse of the wild. A love like the mist, soft and mild, where the trees speak low and the water calls. We're lost in the whispers by the falls. Canyon deep and the rocks so tall, yet the world outside felt so small. We found the place where time stood still, in the echo of the waterfall's thrill. By the falls, where the river hides, we stood where the earth and the silence collide. No words, no maps, just the pulse of the wild. A love like the mist, soft and mild, where the trees speak low and the water calls. We're lost in the whispers by the falls. And if we never leave this spot, we'll live in the love that the water's got. By the falls, where the river hides, we stood where the earth and the silence collide. No maps, no road, just you and me, found in the wild, where we're meant to be. And as the water falls, we stand so tall, forever in the whispers by the falls. Golden light through the cottonwood, you're sitting quiet just like you should. Your hand in mine, no need to speak. The breeze says all in a voice so meek. Whispers at sundown, soft and slow, telling secrets only the tall grass knows. Hearts beat calm where the wild deer roam, and every breath feels like home. We don't need a single sound, just love and whispers at sundown. The sky blushes like your cheeks do when I say I'd still choose you. Barefoot dreams in fading light, fireflies wait to spark the night. Whispers at sundown, soft and slow, telling secrets only the tall grass knows. at sundown. Let the dark roll in like a lullaby. We've got stars and a piece of sky. Nothing's missing, nothing more than this quiet we both adore. Find more, find a dark rolling like a lullaby. We've got stars and a piece of sky. Nothing's missing, nothing more than this quiet we both adore. Final at sundown, soul to soul. When the world lets go, we're whole. The day slips off like a worn out crown, and we stay still while the sun goes down. No need to ask what we have found. We're made of whispers at sundown. Dust on the trail, sun sinking low. Leaves on the wind move soft and slow. Wheels turn easy, no need to race. This old road knows my pace. Whisper road, take me home, past the fields where wild things roam. No more wait, no more load, just peace along this whisper road. Fence lines curve like an old friend's smile. I might stay here a little while. The sky leans down to touch the land like it knows I understand. Whisper road, kind and wide, with memories tucked on either side. Let the world forget I showed. I'm safe here on this whisper road. So when your heart feels heavy, out, come walk with me down Whisper Road. That neon sign, city skyline, fast track line, but I found peace in a slower place, where the sky leans down and time's no race. She was barefoot in a cotton dress, laughed like rain and loved like rest, said you don't need gold to feel rich. So I dropped my keys in the roadside ditch. Now I'm where the wind don't rush, where the coffee's strong and love shows up. Got a porch that creaks and a dog that stays and a heart that don't need getaways. There's magic in the quiet hush. Yeah, I'm
fame here, no flashing signs. Just a homemade meal and old fence lines. Yeah, I'm where the wind don't rush, where Sunday church still means that much. We dance in fields when the moon feels right and count the stars like dollar signs. No one's rich, but we got enough here where the wind don't rush. Let the world go spinning fast, I'll take the road that's built to last, with dusty boots and a steady hand, and a woman who helps me understand that I'm where the wind don't rush, where the soul can breathe and hearts don't hush. There's no fame, no chase, no race to win, just peace beneath this old tin. So if you ask what's worth the fuss, it's living where the wind don't rush. I grew up on a two-lane bend, where the cornfields whisper like an old best friend. Daddy's hands were rough, Mama's voice was kind, but I had a fire I couldn't confine. I chased that sunset far too long, played my dues in every barroom song, burned some bridges I can't rebuild, but there's gold in the quiet when the noise gets still. Now I'm driving slow where the wind don't go, past a rusted sign and a rodeo, small town hearts and radio static, lessons learned mostly the hard way at it. I left the storm, found a softer glow out here where the wind don't go. Met a girl with a light in her eyes. She talked sweet tea and homemade pies, told me love ain't just a fire to start, it's the porch light that waits when you fall apart. Now I'm living low where the wind don't blow, where peace is quiet and time moves slow. No more running, no more doubt, found a place that don't wear me out, left the fast life long ago for a home where the wind don't go. Sometimes you gotta lose your name to come back different, not the same. Now the man I see each morning clear ain't the boy who disappeared. Yeah, I'm standing still where the wind don't will, got roots deep down and a heart to fill. No neon signs, just firefly skies, in the afterglow, right here where the wind don't